Good morning, Alec, and thanks for agreeing to this interview. The Australian Financial Review has reported that you believe that projecting your personal brand and becoming a celebrity is good for CPA Australia. Is that correct?
Yes, leadership is about to branding.
But your Naked CEO book and In Conversation TV show doesn't even have the CPA logo. It only promotes you. How does that work?
That's a great question. There's a lot of complexity with that.
Maybe, but posters of you are displayed not only in Australia and Asia, but also in Times Square, New York. What has New York got to do with Australian CPAs?
It is at the core of the universe.
Okay. Sounds like you want to be a celebrity around the world. That's your choice, but the report said that you did this self-promotion with CPA's generous financial support, amounting to almost $35 million over the years. Is that correct?
I've heard that rumour.
You have defended your book and your TV show by claiming it was aimed at the youth market. Then why interview 1976 Olympian gymnast Nadia Comaneci, 78-year-old feminist Jermaine Greer, and 1970s sitcom personality Henry Winkler, the Fonz? How old is this youth market? There must be other reasons. What are they for you personally?
Travel the world, building relationships with people, being invited into every conversation. And we've become very strong friends.
Now let's talk about how much you and your board get paid. Is the CPA using the salary of the Auditor General of Australia as a benchmark?
Yes.
You are aware that the Auditor General gets paid about $700,000 to audit Australia, a budget of about $200 billion.
Yes.
You're obviously aware that the CPA's revenue is only $200 million. That's million, not billion.
Yes.
Then why is your salary so much more than the Auditor General's, well over $1 million per year, if you are responsible for only 0.1% of what the Auditor General controls? How is that an equitable market? Tell me about this remuneration and nomination committee that you set up to effectively prevent members from appointing the board and also approving the great salaries paid to the CEO and the board. Who is in this board?
A small group of people.
I hear it's only 4 board members and it's controlled by Professor Richard Petty and Professor Tyrone Carlin, all mates of yours from way back at Macquarie University. What thinking was behind the desire to take over a body with 160,000 members and disenfranchise them?
Strategic thinking.
And they appointed you as CEO without advertising the position?
Yes, it is the best role in the world.
Talking of Macquarie Uni, the Australian Financial Review says that you had to suddenly leave Macquarie due to a conflict of interest as you got your students to join your wife's tutoring company.
I've heard that rumour.
Now, I hear that to avoid disgruntled members, you are moving CPA Australia's AGM to Singapore, the first time in your 100-year history. How are your Australian majority members going to voice their opinions?
Effectively by distance.
Given the significant costs in hiring a venue and video conferencing facilities in Singapore, not to mention the travel and accommodation costs of the entire board, is it not easier to have the AGM at your headquarters in Melbourne?
While that sounds wonderful in suggestion, there's a lot of complexity with that.
Such as?
That's a great question.
Finally, who pays for all this?
The membership.